Y'all, look who just pulled up. It is Roberto and Heidel. And guess what that means? The milking parlor and the barn stalls will officially begin today. What is going on, y'all? Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm, and I've just got a text from Roberto and Heidel, and they are coming today to start on building the stalls and the milking room in the barn. One step closer to getting this thing finished so we can move the animals over there, and I'm pretty stoked about today because I'm anxious to see how the stalls are going to look, especially since we just kind of coming up with something, you know, in our head and from pictures. Y'all, look at the whole clan's coming. The whole clan's coming, but oh, there he got up. He was laying with Peaches though. He loves laying with Peaches. I guess she does make a great pillow. Ain't that right, Miss Jessie? Ain't that right, girl? Hey, are y'all excited? Big day today. The stalls. Hey, the stalls are gonna be built in the milking room, girls. Y'all's own milking room. We gotta start planning out pastures and all that kind of good stuff, but this is an awesome day. It sure is. Getting him a little drink this morning. Look at there. Mama, you gotta be still for the baby. Goodness. All right, Pears. You hold it down, okay? All right, just a real quick refresher is that we are building a new barn. Most of y'all know that. But we are going to put stalls inside the barn for the animals. And there's going to be a milking room, or we're calling it the milking parlor, in the barn as well. Now, this is something that me and Brooke decided that we really couldn't handle, or it'd be better if we left it up to a professional versus us. And so that's what we did, and we have hired Roberto and Heidel to take care of that for us. Scott time, right? So the stalls that we were thinking about doing are some pictures that we found on the internet of some stuff we liked. And we have since, you know, I've shown those to Roberto and Heidel, so they're just kind of going off that. No plans, no nothing. So we are curious as to what it's gonna look like when it's finished. And honestly, it does seem like it would be fairly easy, but I got a feeling that Roberto and Heidel can knock this out 50 times faster than me and Brooke would ever think about doing. And it's gonna be awesome because they do awesome work. You know, it's truly amazing when somebody is really good at a craft and how they can just make something out of nothing. It really is amazing. It really, really is. And how everybody has their own special talent. Like Nugget's great at cleaning shoes, you know? Also, one quick update. We have moved Mo in with the boys, and everything seems to be going well. Him and Joe are getting along great. Of course, Topper gets along with everybody. And zero issues whatsoever. Everybody's getting along, including Moo Man, who is actually laying down in the back there. I don't know if you can see him or not, but everybody's doing great. Just like these little goslings. All 6 of them. They're doing great. Moving Mo in with the boys. If you guys remember, that was our plan from day one. Mo is going to be our second buck here on the farm. Actually, third, counting Topper, who we think's not fertile anymore. And that way we can rotate, keep all our females bred, won't be any interbreeding. And that is the whole reason that we have 2 bucks on the farm, is that we want to have our own goat's milk here on the farm. That's been a dream of ours for many, many years. It just hasn't ever come into play. But with the new barn and the milking parlor, this will eventually happen. How quick we get the milking parlor done and the pastures done, I'm not for sure. Capri may be dried up by then. We're not for sure. We'll just have to wait and see how all that plays out. But most definitely next season, that would all be into play, and everything could be set up, and we should be attempting to milk our own goats here on the farm. All right, so Roberto and Heidel are here, and they are starting on the stalls and the milking parlor. So we're going to run to town and get some supplies for them. But also, I got a little surprise that we're super excited about. And that is, y'all, we have been holding on. We just, over the years, we've collected these old doors from probably the 20s and 40s, maybe even older than that, not quite for sure. And we've just been hanging on to them and just waiting for the proper time to use them. And we get to use one today. And that is, we're very excited about this. I want to go show you these old doors. They're down there in the old barn. We've just been storing them. I probably some we've had for 15 years. I just don't know. We just don't want anything to happen to them, because just kind of saving a piece of history. But let's run down to the barn and go grab one of those doors and get it back up here to these guys so they know how big to make the door opening for us. Excited about the door. Just really am. All right, so here are the old doors we've been collecting over the years. And we've just got these things from, oh gosh.
Here, there, and everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere. And we've been holding on to them for years and years and years. And we just think one day we're going to use them for something. Plus, they're fairly old, and we just don't want them to go to waste. So we're looking at this one. This has always been our most favorite door right here. We really do love it. And the doorknob works, even the old antique doorknob. So we wouldn't have to switch none of that out.
Well, let's move this one out of the way and see what this one looks like closer.
Okay. All right, so this is the one we've decided, the one we've been in love with for years. It's got this one huge solid pane, and then down there it's got the wood there. Here's our other options. We've got several like this. It's got the 3 panes, and then this panel here at the bottom, which is also another beautiful door. But we really like this one here. But the glass is higher on this one. You don't think we have no issues?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I heard Pinky.
I heard Pink too. Where she's at, but I heard her. All right, let's get this one out and go with it. And this is the other side, which I love. We're gonna leave this side like this and just put a clear over it and maintain and keep this crackling old patina finish on this side. And we think we're gonna let this side face towards the outside, and then the other side to face inside the milking room. But I just love this door, y'all. I just love it. No idea how old it is, but we know it's pretty old and heavy. Look how thick it is of just solid wood. I mean, it is a house, and nothing rotting anywhere, which is a blessing, because a lot of times these old wooden doors like this have rot on them. But this one we've been keeping inside off the ground for years, and I'm so glad we have. All right, let's go carry this to Roberto and Heidel so they know what door opening size to make for the milking room. Look, y'all, there's Pink. What's going on, Pinky? Hey, baby girl. How you doing this morning, You doing good? Yeah, oh, Pink. Pink, we're getting the milking room set up, yeah. And the stalls. That's something. And we just took one of those old doors out of your barn, because that is your barn. Yeah. We've been wanting to use it for years and years, and today is the day. I'm so happy. So happy to see you too, girl. Yeah. No, because shit was exactly sitting right there. I mean, one bump and it's gone. So we thought the tractor may be our best bet, but the glass hit right on the tractor arm. So we knew one little bump, it may break this glass. So we improvised. He came up with this idea right here. Got these two big strong straps holding this door on.
This is gonna be a slow go.
Hey, but it ain't gonna break.
Well, don't say that.
That's true. Hey Loretta, you see Roberto and Heido over there working on the barn? They are hard at it, and we can't wait to move you guys over there. That's right. And Miss Mildred, where'd she go? There she is over there eating some grass. Are you guys ready for this? Because this is absolutely amazing. Way above our expectations, the way it looks and functions. So here are the Cog Hill Farm barns stalls. That was a mouthful. That didn't even sound right, did it?
I was gonna tell you, say that 3 times fast.
Y'all, look at this. Look at this. Is this not awesome? This is absolutely, oh, I can't explain it. Number one, it's extremely sturdy. It is not going anywhere. Number two, I wasn't expecting this up here. This looks awesome, but it serves a function. That's what makes it so sturdy. But I wasn't expecting that. If me and you built this right here would not exist.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but if me and you built this,
yeah,
this right here would.
No. And the doors. Look at the doors.
I mean, they are awesome.
The doors are so heavy duty. This is unreal. Look at this. And then look at the inside. They did the inside wall as well, so they can't mess the tin up. But here's the kicker. This is something that me and Brooke came up with when we were just throwing ideas out on this whole thing, you know. Let's put doors in between each stall.
So that way, if we are not using this one, they can have a much bigger area if more than a couple of animals are in.
That's right. It can go down. It can go down the entire length.
Let's just open it up and show from beginning to end.
There is a door in between each stall, y'all. Look at this. I hope it don't rain us out. We need to rain though, so I'm not complaining.
But look how long it is.
This is amazing. So this has just worked out well. Now here's the little extra. We had this little space extra and we were kind of torn on what to do about it. And so we ended up turning it into a stall, and I'm kind of glad we did now. I'm thinking we could use it as a stall for sure, but square bales of hay can be stacked up in this area here. And if an animal was to, you know, if we were to let a goat out or something in here, they couldn't get to the hay and mess it up. So I'm glad we did that now.
There's definitely multiple uses for this extra area, and we didn't want to just leave it open. So
right.
It worked out because you could still get in here and use it as if it was.
That's right.
Nothing there.
This is a door as well. There's a door right here as well. See how that door works? Now, one thing we were going to do that we didn't know, because this thing was just off the top of our head and one picture off the internet, this whole setup, is that we're going to put another latch on these posts so these doors will stay open. If we
need them to stay open, they can in turn stay open versus being.
They move around, yeah. So we're going to come back and do that, but that's no big deal at all. I think we need 5 latches.
I think we can handle putting the latches.
I think we can handle that for sure. Everything's anchored in concrete. Oh, this is so awesome.
You know what?
What's that?
If I had somebody to draw up the design.
Ain't that the truth?
This is what I would have
This
done.
is it. This is absolutely it.
We just gave them a picture and let them kind of come up with what we had in mind. And I mean, we can't thank Roberto and Heidel enough for everything they've done for us, from the house build to the barn.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, we're so fortunate to have those guys here, as well as Brant and his crew.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to leave them out, but today we're focusing on stalls.
Right. Well, let's go show them the milking parlor. I think this was one room that people kind of got confused about. They couldn't understand how the door was going to go. They didn't understand how the sink was going to go. But now look, guys, this is the milking parlor. Y'all can see we got a room, a complete room that we're going to put this old tin on. Me and Brooke have been working on tearing down an old lean-to on the back side of our property, and we're going to use that and recycle it on this room. And y'all look at the door.
I'm so excited to be able to use this door that we've had
for years.
Stored away.
For years. I think we've had it before MaryCarl was born.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
It does need to be cleaned up, but hey, we can handle that.
We're going to leave it just like it is. We're going to put a clear on it. And just love the door. And they even made it where we can use the original hardware. Nothing changed up there. But here is the milking parlor. And here is the sink and the counter. This is awesome. I told Roberto and Heido, I said, this sink fools you. This sink and counter absolutely fools you because it doesn't look this big on the ground. But from here to there is 11 foot.
It's a heap of counter space, which you guys know you can never have enough counter space.
Right.
Especially when you're going to be using utensils and different mechanisms. In here, I'll have plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
So we do plan to put just a curtain around the bottom here. MaryCarl will hopefully sew that for us, and we can use the underneath for storage and keep things out of sight.
Right.
It's going to be a little cute addition that will hide things as well. So now you see what the window was all about.
Yep.
I just wanted to be able to have some light come in and not be in a dark room.
Right.
We will have electricity. We'll have an overhead light.
Yeah.
But there'll also be some natural light coming in. I'm thinking that I'll put the milk stand over here. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to put a refrigerator in here so that we can keep the milk chilled. Right. It's just, I'm just floored.
Now they can see how it works. We open the door up, the goat to come in and get on the milk stand, and we can start milking the goats.
That's right. So, here's the goat out here. Not really.
Not yet.
Through here, close the door.
Yep.
And have an enclosed room that is safe for milking.
One decision we made at the last minute was we ended up putting tongue and grooves 3/4 inch subflooring on the ceiling in here. So now we can use that for storage. So up here, the stuff can be stored up there. Whatever we need to store up there, we can. Even hay, we could even do, that could even be our hay loft if we wanted to for square bales of hay.
But this is not the ceiling, this is the top.
Correct. Yeah.
We do plan to put the old rusted tin on the ceiling.
Yep.
For added finish.
And we are planning on insulating this area of the barn only.
Because it will be in turn heated and cooled.
Right.
And we don't want that to escape. So that's something that's on us.
Yep.
It might be Christmas before it gets finished. But we'll handle it.
That's right.
I'm so excited.
This is awesome.
I don't know if y'all have seen a smile on my face this big, but this is something that I've dreamed of since we first had goats.
Yeah.
And now it's here. We may miss this milking season. That's yet to be determined, but I'll have all the elements in place for when it is ready.
That's right. Let's go show them the other side.
Okay.
So as you guys can see, here is the other side. And we did put 2 stalls over here as well. And basically the same setup as on the side we just showed y'all. Doors on the front, and there's a door in between here. And there's a door that leads to outside so we can let the animals in. Here they're on this side of the barn, on this pasture over here. So yeah, it's just so awesome. It just turned out so awesome.
So this stall can be open and be one big one. And if we need to close it off, we have that middle section, and we can in turn have 2 stalls.
Yep.
I didn't think this was needed, but now I'm so glad we did it.
I'm gonna tell you something. When we were thinking of this and laying it out and designing it and all that kind of good stuff, one question that popped up in the comment section, and one question that came up in my mind was, this was gonna take up so much room that it was gonna take away from the barn, but y'all, it has not at all. This barn is still huge. We have plenty of space for everything that we wanted. I mean, this is really, 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 really big still. And I don't know if it shows up on camera or not. We could park easily 2 tractors in here and a side-by-side. Well, no doubt. Yeah, still have plenty of room. So I mean, this is plenty big for us in here.
I don't think that we're going to outgrow this barn. If we do, we need to go to rehab.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to outgrow it either. All right, so Brant has been sending me pictures of the doors, so he'll get started on that in the next day or 2 because the doors are complete. And so that will be almost a finishing. Brant may be done.
That'll finish up the things that we can't do.
So that leaves us, next up is electrical.
Yes.
And I'm going to start putting in boxes where we want them. I've already plug boxes, electrical outlets, switches where we want switches, where we want lights, that kind of thing. And also in plumbing.
Yeah, in plumbing.
Yeah.
So once we get those things done, we have to start on fencing. The
fencing is going to be probably the hardest thing for us.
Yes, and I think we'll just pace ourselves. You know, It's Alabama hot now. We'll maybe start putting in a few posts at a time. And
yeah, I think that's our plan, is to just start laying out the pastures and then start setting the post, get all that done, and then come back and start pulling fencing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We got a lot to look forward to and a lot to dread, but
yeah,
that's part of it.
I think it's going to be a little fun.
Oh, it's going to be some fun, but it's also going to be some tiresome work.
It's going to be tiresome. I think the fun part is trying to figure out the layout of it all.
I think so too.
How it all is going to tie to the barn, how the stalls are going to, you know, who we want to go in the stalls, to match the pasture that they're in and that kind of thing.
One other thing.
What's that?
Stall mats.
We got to get stall mats, yep.
For inside here, we're going to put stall mats down to, in turn, keep the concrete from becoming soiled.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I think Rocky and Bandit are going to love having this big barn for the doghouse.
Can you imagine?
Oh goodness, baby. Are you excited? I am too.
And there they go.
So to say Rocky's feeling 100%.
Oh yeah. Look, here they come.
All right. Yay, that was a victory lap.
A victory lap.
Victory lap.
Oh my goodness, a victory lap. Y'all, the dogs are playing inside the stalls. Y'all better slow down.
And yes, that is Rocky. Who knows where Bandit is?
Who knows where Bandit is?
You're gonna be a big boy.
Yeah, considering he ain't even 6 months old yet. Oh, here comes Bandit. Hey, buddy. I can't wait to show you what Roberto and Heidel have done. It looks amazing over there. Amazing. You're gonna love it, I'm telling you. You're gonna love it. Y'all be good.